Audience engagement is one of the most important elements in storytelling, as it can make a story's narrative both powerful and moving. The goal for any storyteller is to create empathetic connections in a story. Therefore, it is crucial for the storyteller to engage the audience not only mentally, but also physically with their material and sensory environment, which allows the individual to experience moving emotions. Bernard adds to this on page 2 in Documentary Storytelling, Creative Notification on Screen. He says that documentaries should do more than help viewers pass the time. They should demand their active engagement, challenging them to think about what they know, how they know it, and what more they want to learn. Unlike traditional academic and general interest documentaries, Alexandra Hidalgo explains in her Camera Rhetorica documentary, Carolyn Miller discusses how interactive cinema allows the audience to become fully immersed within a story. Even though watching traditional documentaries can be engaging when you are fully immersed in the subject, it is easy to get distracted since you are simply just sitting and watching a single narrative unfold without having any external influences change its path. This new medium, which we call interactive cinema, however, takes a different approach as it allows the audience to take active roles and become a part of the story. On page 5, she says there are different types of interactive narratives, such as the hyperstory, the database narrative, interactive documentaries, the user as a fulcrum, and the spatial narrative. Throughout the semester, we participated in different activities to help us understand different concepts and subjects. For example, Inside the Haiti Earthquake was an interactive documentary we actively participated in to help us understand the concept of interactive cinema. What I liked from this is how we were in control as a protagonist, which Miller mentions in her piece on interactive cinema. Miller further expands his psychological desire to be in control in her alternate reality gaming piece. She quotes Robert Pratton, who is the CEO of Transmedia Storyteller, on his perspective of engagement. On page 12, he says that it is our human nature and basic human need to feel special, to be good at something, to be in control and direct events in some way, to be connected with other people, and to satisfy curiosity. Moreover, by allowing the audience to be actively engaged and participate, we are more likely to get a positive reaction since we intrinsically value being in control and self-reliant. Inside the Haiti Earthquake activity can also be considered as a hyperstory. On page 6 of Interactive Cinema, Miller states that the hyperstory is like hypertext, links different elements together, but instead of linking a word to another piece of text, a visual element is linked to another visual element, offering a different view of the same scene or story. Therefore, after participating in the Haiti activity, I was intrigued in creating my interactive drug trafficking documentary using this hyperstory approach. Not only would I be able to convey a meaningful overall narrative about the severity of drug trafficking at the Mexico border to my audience, but I would also allow them to become fully engaged and immersed in the narrative from different perspectives. Moreover, this approach allows the audience to be in control and dictate their path, making it seem as if they are unfolding the story as they choose between different roles and scenarios. Lori Greaves adds an important element of engagement in her Mapping Obama piece, as she discussed how she lacked visual form and story to engage the eye and fully entice the audience interest in her figure 4 and 5 of her interactive map. On page 5, she argues that visual form needs to be harmonious and beautiful, and the function needs to be useful and efficient. Moreover, in Sarah Pink's Ways of Seeing, Knowing, and Showing piece, as well as in her Doing Sensory Ethnography piece, she argues that by utilizing visual form, we are able to represent sensory experiences and comprehend the unspoken, tacit, and invisible. Storytelling can be told in many different forms, whether it be video, still images, writing, drawing, gaming, etc. They have the potential to be powerful and engage an audience if it is executed appropriately and correctly with much research involved. With the growth of sophisticated technologies, interactive cinema is becoming more mainstream, which provides many opportunities for storytellers to convey a powerful and interactive narrative. Jeffrey Kim, Jonathan Now, and Ellen Lee all agree in their alternate reality gaming piece that interactive cinema, augmented reality gaming specifically, is becoming more mainstream. However, they warn us that success depends on the simplicity of its storyline. Moreover, on page 7, they say it must be easy to understand and simple enough to describe to friends, even to those who know nothing about technology. Therefore, in order to fully entice an audience and get them fully engaged in a story, we need to capture them in the storyline. Most importantly, we must make sure that they fully understand how to interact so they can experience the story and we can fully appeal to their inner senses and psyche.